We have multiple breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is March 15, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, to give this video a big thumbs up, and once again, thank you so much for your support. So we're going to start with this one here. Zelensky warns the bear is preparing new invasion into Ukraine Sumy region. Alright, so we're going to get to this news here, guys. Once again, this is a big breaking news. We have more information coming out. Dutch Navy fires Tomahawk missile for the first time. We're going to get to all this news here, guys. And I want to bring this one up too. Ukraine launches another massive drone swarm attack against the bear. More than 130 drones were launched, with majority targeting the Volgograd region of Russia. All right. So you got Dutch Navy fire Tomahawk for the first time. And you have Ukraine sounding the alarm. One of their territories about to see something pretty soon. All right. And at the same time, you got some situation going down in the Mid-East, and I did post a video. You got Yemen, you got Donald. Again, things are hitting the fan right now over out there in the Mid-East. All right. Setcom has put out a lot of videos of, again, Donald was seen with the headset on, monitoring the airstrike on Yemen. I mean, that was huge. I do believe there's a possibility there's going to be an imminent strike, an imminent response. But Donald has put a warning to Iran and also Yemen. All right, so we're going to go way up north. Let's go with Ukraine. They are sounding the alarm that red territory could be invaded pretty soon by the bear soldiers. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and description box. I want to thank every single one of you for your support through Cash App. There's no way for me to message many of you. I mean, I could send like the emojis. I send like the heart emojis and the thumbs up emojis. And I want to thank every single one of you for that support. Again, it really helps out. Thank you so much for that. But I'm going to have to do some more research. I'm not too familiar with Cash App. But again, we cannot reply to our supporters, but we could send emojis. I think PayPal... I don't think PayPal you can message people. Again, I'm gonna have to do my research, but thank you so much. I got my email in the description box. If you send me an email, just say, hey, I'm the person that send support. That way I could respond to you and say thank you for your support. All right, so again, thank you so much, guys. Let's see what's going on with this news now. After this, I'm gonna head to Grand Supreme News channel. Once again, Sumy was previously struck in February 2022, but later liberated by Ukrainian forces. Now, you have Moscow appears ready to strike again, with Ukraine still fighting in Kursk. A bear advance on Sumy could stretch Kiev defenses even further. Now, this information is coming out from Zelensky. He's sounding the alarm. He's saying that there's going to be an imminent invasion. Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, hold on, guys. I want to bring this one up. I forgot all about this. So Zelensky denies Donald claim. Whoa, that Ukrainian troops are surrounded in Kursk. Zelensky, don't do it, man. Don't do it. You know how Donald gets. Don't try to correct him now. Don't try to correct him. So Zelensky denies Donald. Hey, Donald, you're wrong. Again, my troops are not being surrounded. There's no encirclement going on in Kursk. You're wrong. Don't do it, Zelensky. So Zelensky denies Donald's claim that Ukrainian troops are surrounded in Kursk. Now Zelensky rejected Donald's warning that Ukrainian forces in the Kursk region are completely surrounded, insisting Kiev troops are still holding ground. Now, however, Zelensky warned that the bear is amassing forces for a new strike. All right, so again, he's calling out, well, he's not calling out Donald, he's correcting Donald. He's saying, hey, Donald, we have everything under control in Kursk. Donald, he called Vladimir and urged Vladimir, release those troops. Don't take them out. Just release them. Spare their lives. Vladimir said, I would do it, Donald. I would spare their lives if they surrender and leave. Zelensky is coming out today. Zelensky is, he said, he told Donald that there's no encirclement and that their troops is fine in Kursk. Look, Zelensky, bring those soldiers back. All right? You got to prove to the world that you want peace. And leaving those troops out there, again, it's just, tensions continue to rise when you do that. It says here, however, Zelensky warned the bear is amassing forces for a new strike on Ukraine's Sumy region, calling for allies to recognize Vladimir's next move. Military analysts say the bear and North Korean troops are close to ejecting Ukraine from Kursk, raising concerns over Kiev position. Meanwhile, Vladimir says he's open to Donald's proposed ceasefire, but will keep fighting until his conditions are met. All right, so once again, that's a big breaking news that came out early today. I do have the full article. We're gonna get to that news, but let me just bring this next one really quick. Dutch Navy fires Tomahawk missile for the first time. All right, so once again, we are seeing some very powerful equipments being used. And if you guys missed my video earlier today, notification was not sent out. Ukraine fired long-range missile towards the bear country. It was the Neptune, the long-range missile Neptune. All right, so the Royal Netherlands Navy has successfully launched a Tomahawk cruise missile from the frigate HNLMS. All right, skip all that information off the coast of Norfolk, Virginia. Wow. So it happened here. All right, so it was fired off Virginia. Now, this marks the first time the Netherlands has fired a weapon, making its fourth country in the world to do so. Dutch officials say this new long-range strike capabilities allows their navy to hit strategic targets deep inland and serves as a deterrent against adversaries. The test involved a Block IV Tomahawk, capable of striking targets nearly 1,000 miles away. Once again, the Dutch military is expanding its long-range strike capability, also investing in Jasmer missiles for its F-35 fleet and the Holy Land main pulse rocket launchers. Now, these moves come as European nations' defenses in response to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. All right. I guess this is what you call peace. This is peace. To them, that's peace. That's peace. Firing Tomahawk and getting everything ready. That's what you call... Again, for them, that's peace. To me, no. I didn't see King Solomon doing stuff like that. Or, King David doing stuff like that. But, again, this is 2025. I guess they do things different nowadays. We don't get down to our knees and pray for God, ask for wisdom, knowledge, and to help run a nation. Nowadays, we just have buttons. We just push them. We got things under control. This is peace. At the same time, you got mushroom clouds all over the place. A mild amid the ongoing of the Bear-Crane War, you have the Bear leader Vladimir is building up troops by Moscow border, with Crane ahead of a move to push into the northeastern Sumy region, Ukrainian leader Zelensky said on Saturday morning. Now, Zelensky has rejected Vladimir claims that Kiev troops in the Bear-Kursk region were encircled by the Bear forces, but did warn of what Moscow might do in the Ukrainian region just over the border. So you have the Newsweek has contacted the Bear Defense Ministry for comment. So why it matters? Neither the Bear nor Crane wants to show signs of weakness as negotiations continue on a potential 30-day ceasefire the sleeping giant is attempting to broker. Both want to maximize the negotiating position before full peace talks take place. The Bear has made advances since the middle of last year, and Crane has faced political setbacks with the U.S. under Donald, who wants to end the biblical war quickly and has shown a willingness to work with Vladimir, despite concerns from European allies in Kiev. Now, Crane, which relies on Sleeping Giant military aid for its defense against the Bear invasion that began in February 2022, fears Donald will force it to make painful compromises with Vladimir without guaranteeing its future security from what it sees as an existential threat posed by Moscow. So what to know? Well, the pro-Bear military bloggers, I'm going to skip their names, are among analysts who have disputed Vladimir claims about Ukrainian troops surrounded in Kursk, where they staged an incursion in August 2024. So you guys think the Bear soldiers is going to invade Sumy? Again, Zelensky is putting out that information. He announced it today. He said that there are signs that the Bear soldiers are getting ready to invade Sumy, and that's a territory inside Ukraine. Do you think that's going to happen? Leave comments down below. The Institute for the Study of War, a Sleeping Giant-based think tank, said in its Friday assessment that this shows Moscow is fabricating claims to influence the political and informational scene. However, you have certain people may alter their reporting to mirror Vladimir claims in the coming days. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, on Saturday, Zelensky said his commander-in-chief, I'm going to skip that name, had given him an update on Frontline areas in Donetsk and others. Zelensky said the situation had been stabilized in Pokrovsk, a strategic location with the Bear has fought fiercely to capture at high cost in troops and equipment. The Ukrainian president tried to ease concerns about fortunes in Kursk following reports that his troops were on the back foot in the Bear region. Now, many of the Bear troops had withdrawn and that Kiev forces were continuing to hold back Vladimir troops, which include groupings from North K, he said. Give me a second here. So you have Zelensky, all right? So we're going to get to that one. He posted that at 7:24 a.m. March the 15th. Crane and South Korea said in December that Pyongyang, that's North Korea capital, Pyongyang had deployed an estimated 10,000 up to 12,000 servicemen to southern Russia to fight Ukrainian forces. Neither Moscow nor Pyongyang has confirmed the deployment. I'm gonna click this one here later on when I'm done with the articles. So that's Zelensky. This is his Twitter page. He put out the information today. It says here, but Zelensky rejected reports of encirclement, but warned that the Bear troops were building up by the eastern border of Ukraine, which show Vladimir's intention to strike Sumy Oblast on the side of the frontier. Zelensky added in his ex-post that Kiev allies must understand what Vladimir is planning and that he will ignore diplomatic efforts to end the biblical war. I'm gonna skip that name there. Baha Baha Bahadur Nas, I think that's how you pronounce it. Visiting fellow at the Center of European Policy Analysts told the news that ceasefire proposal does not yet achieve Vladimir's long-term goal of controlling all of Ukraine, but the bare struggling economy and military fatigue might make a short pause useful to the Kremlin. A key factor may be the Red Dragon, the Bear's main trading ally, which, if it supports the U.S. ceasefire proposal, may put pressure on Vladimir to comply, this person added. What people are saying. Ukrainian leader Zelensky wrote on X on Saturday, "We are also observing directions along our eastern border of Ukraine, where the Bear Army is building up forces. This indicates an intention to strike our Sumy region. We are aware of this and will counter it. So I would like all partners to understand exactly what Vladimir is planning, what he is preparing for, and what he will be ignoring." Oh, so you want us to believe you and trust you? Sorry, Z. It ain't gonna happen. You told the world that you lost 47,000 soldiers. And then, yeah, you ain't no King David. You ain't no King David. All right, so it says here, Elena, democracy fellow at the Center for European Policy Analysts, told the news on Saturday, Ukraine looks beyond a ceasefire and understand that what's at play is sovereignty, not territory. The real fight will continue, since the Bear hybrid war will not stop, and its strategic aims remain unchanged. So what happens next? As talks continue, that Vladimir intends to continue the war, you have British Prime Minister Starmer said during a virtual summit of Ukraine allies on Saturday that coalition of the willing was moving towards a plan to keep military aid flowing to Ukraine and maintain sanctions on the Bear to force it to the table. Okay, so that's what's going on right now. Give me a second. I want to click on this one here. Let's see what Zelensky is saying. Okay. So that's his Twitter page, Zelensky. This is him, I received a report from the Commander-in-Chief, Swing, defense of our position in the Donetsk region and other frontline areas. I'm grateful to all Ukrainian units for their resilience and effectiveness in destroying the occupier. The situation in Pokrovsk direction has been stabilized. A separate note on the Kursk region. So this is, again, he's correcting Donald on this one. The opposition of our forces in the designated area of the Kursk region continues. The units are carrying out their task exactly as required, thanks to the Ukrainian forces in the Kursk region. A significant number of the Bear forces were withdrawn from other direction. Our troops continue to hold back the Bear and North K groupings in the Kursk region. There is no encirclement of our troops. So he's calling Donald a liar. He's basically, that right there was meant to correct Donald. Donald said that there is an encirclement going on and that he wrote a message to Vladimir, spare their lives, let those troops go. And Vladimir said, I will let them go if they surrender. Zelensky is saying, Donald, boo-boo, baby, We taking control of the Kursk region. We got everything under control. They're not surrounding us. We're surrounding them. All right. I guess Zelensky, he got everything under control in the Kursk region. We don't want to hear no Ukrainian forces getting taken out. So we are also observing direction along our eastern border of Ukraine, where the Bear Army is building up forces. This indicates an intention to striking our Sumy region. We are aware of this and will counter it. I would like all partners to understand exactly what Vladimir is planning, what he is preparing for, and what he will be ignoring. The buildup of the Bear forces indicates that Moscow intends to keep ignoring diplomacy. It is clear that Vladimir is prolonging the war. We are ready to provide our partners with all the real information on the situation at the front, in the Kursk region, and along our border. Today, there were also reports on our missile program. We have tangible result. The Long Neptune missile was tested and successfully used in combat. A new Ukrainian missile precise strike the range of 1,000 kilometers at 621 miles. And I thank our Ukrainian developers, manufacturers, and military personnel. We continue our work to ensure the security of Ukraine. You see how he thanks his scientists and all that, but he doesn't thank the sleeping giant. We gave them certain items to build that and the money. So he didn't even say thank you to the sleeping giant. Also today, the Minister of Defense of Ukraine delivered a report on new support packages from our partners. We are securing artillery supplies. I am grateful to all the partners who are helping. All right, and that's where we at. All right, so Donald is wrong. Zelensky is right. Zelensky gave the green light to fire the long-range missile, and it hit the Bear territory. It hit the oil refinery. And then you have Dutch Navy fire Tomahawk missile for the first time. You got some stuff going on here, guys, when it comes to the Roman Empire, those regions, the Europeans. And at the same time, you got some stuff going down in the Mid-East. So Donald's really busy out there in the Mid-East. Zelensky and Vladimir are doing their situation up north. And again, this is where we are right now, guys. Kingdom against kingdom, nation against nations are rising. One thing I tell you, I don't believe anything Zelensky says. I'm sorry, a lot of people might look up to him. Again, I don't look up to no man. I only look up to Jesus. But when it comes to these biblical wars, there's no such thing as a good leader. Everybody is all messed up, lawlessness, corruption going on. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.